Hey everyone, it's Emily Fox. Welcome back on my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I upload on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and today's video is going to be something very exciting because I have found a perfect dupe, in my opinion, to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which everyone has been raving about, and I found something that is much cheaper and, in my opinion, performs just the same. So I'm currently not wearing any face makeup because I didn't want any foundation to go a little bit on my eyes and, you know, prevent the whole like before. So I'm going to zoom you in. You can see the before. I'm going to be applying a bit of foundation, then apply the concealers and just compare them, wear them all day, give you my opinion on them, blah, blah, blah. So let's do this. Okay, so this is the before. Obviously, everyone will always tell you that they have bad dark circles, which, I mean, they've been worse in the past, but I definitely feel like I need the full coverage. I will be applying a little bit of foundation all over my face just before, but this is what my dark circle looked like at first. So I'm going to apply a bit of foundation. I'm going to avoid the under eye, but just to give you still an idea. So I did avoid my under eyes, so they should be exactly the same. I just didn't want to take the risk. So on my left, your right, I'm going to be applying the Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Contour Concealer, and I have the shade Light. The dupe that I have is a shade lighter, but they do offer the same shade. It's just that that's the one that I have, but it's okay. I'm not planning on going anywhere crazy today, so even if I don't match, we'll be just fine. So this is what this concealer looks like. There's this huge wand, which is okay to use under your eyes, but I feel like it's not necessarily the best if you want to use the concealer on your face. So I'm going to start under my eye. I don't want to apply too much. And I'm going to be using just a beauty blender to blend it out. So as you can see, the coverage is really, really good. I could definitely apply a little bit more to try and like conceal 100% of my dark circles. It's definitely buildable. I don't have much imperfection on this side. It seems to be all on this side, but I'm going to apply a little bit. Just going to try a little bit on my face. Yeah, it's definitely too light. You can also use this as a concealer for your face if the shade match. Obviously for me it's going to be way too light for my face. And I personally don't really like when they have these type of applicator to touch like a pimple, so I would have to like put it on my finger and then put it wherever I want to conceal. But like I said, the color isn't a really good match for me. So if I super zoom you in, you can see what it looks like under my eyes. I do have really dry under eyes, which I feel like a lot of people have that issue. And this is just okay. Like if it was any drier, it would be a little too dry. So if you have really dry skin, this might not be the best under eye concealer. But if you have like normal to a combo or oily skin, you will absolutely love this under your eyes. It lasts all day long and it just gives you really, really great coverage. I really like it as an under eye concealer. But then we have the dupe. So the packaging is not similar whatsoever, which I feel like sometimes it helps whenever the packaging is similar. You think about testing them against each other. But lately I had been playing with this other concealer, which I'm realizing, I mean, that's really, really similar. And it is the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer. And I have the color Fair, which obviously to make it like perfect dupe color-wise, I would probably have to have the color Light, but this is the one I have. I don't feel like it's probably a bit lighter, but I don't know if it's going to be shockingly lighter. We'll have to see. But this is what the packaging looks like. I actually prefer this packaging because even though I do have to put it on my finger to use it under my eyes, it's much easier to use it on your face because you won't have to touch. I don't know. It's just in my head, but I really love these type of packaging. Squeezy tube. I have so many like this. Like I have like so many of my like favorite concealers are in squeezy tube. So shouldn't be surprising that I really like this one. It's the same thing as the Tarte one. It gives you really great coverage. It is on the dry side if you want to use it under your eyes, but it's not unbearably dry. So if you have really dry skin, it wouldn't be the first recommendation I would give you under your eyes, but it gives you super great coverage. And if you don't have super dry eyes, you can definitely use this under your eyes and all over your face too. Not all over. I mean, you could do it all over, but I mean on the face wherever you feel the need to apply it. So let's do this. Oops. So this is what it looks like. Just going to be applying a little bit. Oh my god, I applied way too much. And again, with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to be using the opposite side. I mean, the color might not be too far. Like I was mentioning, the colors are not exact dupes, so I feel like this one might be a little bit more brightening because it is lighter. But the coverage is the same. The formula is very similar once they are applied. I feel like they both stick all day, which again, I will be doing the wear test anyway, so you're going to be able to see it. But let me zoom you in. So this is what they both look like. You can see great coverage. I don't feel like they overly dry out my under eyes, and like I said, they are already dry. I mean, you see sometimes people in pictures having like flawless under eyes. Mine never look like that. So this is like as best as it gets. The coverage is great. I love the way they feel in the sense that I actually don't feel them, and I just like them. The colors are not too far off, but I feel like from far away in the viewfinder, I can definitely see this side being a little bit more brightened, but it's just the color. And I could use this on my face too. I have in the past, but right now it's definitely too light for me. But I can just try it to cover this just to show you the coverage, but I'm not going to keep it just at that because it's like way too light for me right now. But just to show you the coverage, just going to apply a little bit. So as you can see, the color is completely off, but it has some really great coverage. So I'm going to apply some powder all over my face and a tiny little bit under my eyes, just because that's what I usually do. But you don't need to use much powder anyway with these concealers because they're already pretty like almost liquid to powder type of finish. So they don't need much help to stay in place. So just a tiny little bit. So this is what they look like right now. It is currently like 10 in the morning. I'm going to be wearing them all day long, probably like a good 10 hours, and then come back and let you know, show you what they look like. But in my opinion, if you want a really good dupe that is like a third of the price of the Tarte concealer, I would go with the Maybelline one. Both of these don't have necessarily the best color range. I just want to put that out there. I feel like the Tarte range is very yellow, and this one is like the only one that is really like pink-ish base. This is the color light. And same thing with Maybelline. They do have only like a couple colors. So they definitely need to come out with more colors. In both cases, it's not necessarily easy to find your perfect shade, but if you do, totally recommend checking them out, especially the cheaper alternative. I wanted to quickly update you after like 6 hours of the concealers to just let you see how they are actually performing right now. I feel like they're looking still fairly similar. Both of them are still covering my dark circles. Usually if I don't use something that is long wearing at this point, my dark circles would start showing through, and they're not looking overly drying for my dark circles at least, but I think they're still looking fairly good both sides. I would have zero issue wearing both of them like this. And so the staying power is still pretty equal in my opinion. Oops, you can't see them, but I'm doing thumbs ups. Okay, so I have been wearing the two concealers for about 9 hours now, so I wanted to update you one last time. It was so hot outside, I'm like surprised I still have a face, so let alone any makeup left. I'm gonna zoom you in. So this is what the two concealers look like. I feel like they stayed really well considering like how hot it was. I was like expecting them to settle into any fine lines, but I think they held themselves really well. They lasted well. The coverage is still good. If I had to choose a winner, I think the Tarte one is a little bit better looking right now. But I mean, the Maybelline one is still going very strong. So I stand by my word, and I do think that the Maybelline one is a good dupe, or at least a good alternative, a cheaper alternative to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So yeah, this is how they both performed. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more type of dupe video testing, whether there are ones that I just found or just things that are really popular but actually want to see if they actually perform well throughout the day. Because it's one thing to say, oh, these two colors are super similar, for example, but then one of them is gone after 5 minutes and the other one do last all day, so that one is actually worth the money. Anyway, let me know if you want to see more. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and to subscribe and not miss any future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Still early in the morning, feeling kinda lonely. She's taking thinking I've already didn't really got to know me. I bet I, but now it really doesn't matter. Remember last night when we had some fun together.